green hair. But, I mean, I guess this one has some highlights in it. But, you know, yeah, if you were doing a gray one to mix multiple grays. So your crepe wool comes wrapped up. So you're going to clip, which this has already been clipped, the little hemp thing. And you can undo it. And you want to cut off a length that's longer than the facial hair you're doing, so that way you can trim it and shape it after you apply it to your face. Where's the picture? I'm pretty sure that's long enough.
Is that going to be enough to do our face?
If you're doing a beard, I mean, this goes a long ways. Okay. Yeah, because it's all like wound up and bunched up. I'm going to show you how to press it to straighten it out, and you separate it. So yeah, so it goes a long way. Unless you're doing a full beard. I think that would be good. Chop. And then to straighten it, one of the fastest ways is with an iron and a towel. So basically you're just going to press it and steam it in between the towel to straighten it up. Straighten it up, straighten it out.
Does it have to be straight?
It's, I mean, I know facial hair already has some sort of kink. I mean, that's pressed and it still has some wave to it. But really,
Oh, you don't want
you
that?
don't, yeah. You don't need that, so. Yeah, because I mean, that's, like I said, still has some curl to it. Yeah. I know I've never put on green facial hair before.
So, you know, just think of the things you can do with that for like Suzical.
Oh, that's what I should have done. Off the Lorax. This
And
big
a
old.
lot of like animals.
That would have been fun with the green. Okay, ta-da! That's it.
Because it's Dr. Seuss, they're all colorful. So.
I know, it's a good show.
And now, I'm gonna actually be able to cut that in half. Oh yeah, and I guess also when picking the style of hair, you want to avoid, so like 5 o'clock shadow or like really closely trimmed beards or facial hair does not work with the crepe wool because you're basically gluing hair to your face, and so trimming it down like that just doesn't look right. It's easier to get that look with, you know, your stipple and some color. Maybe I'll get that for you. I'm like afraid to cut. Okay, so now I'm just going to outline the design on Haley's face so you can see what that's going to look like. We're going with the Balbo. Bam. So we have the little soul patch. Looks like this meets up with the corner of the mouth and then goes down at an angle. What, you don't like seeing her with facial hair? Or actually no facial hair yet.
So you don't apply any makeup at all in the areas where...
Where you're putting it, yeah, because you have your... So you get to use lots and lots of spirit gum. Um,
But we don't need to do any foundation or anything like that.
no, I'm not gonna require you to do that. But really, yeah, with the facial hair, in order to get something that looks, I don't think that's even, like natural and good, it does take time to do, you know, layer and then layer and then layer and then layer. Because if you just do like bam bam a couple applications, it doesn't look that great. Okay, I guess I shouldn't get too picky, but. But yes, when you're drawing it on your face, you want to make sure that it's symmetrical. This part's just.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like complain about it. It's just like, I really like classical music, it's just like it's like, it's really soothing, it puts me to sleep.
Okay, ta-da! Facial hair is outlined. Doesn't it look wonderful?
It's gonna look awesome.
She looks beautiful. And then referring to your handout, you can figure out, you know, what layer you're going to apply first and such. So I'm just gonna take a small section of hair. Hold on to it and then comb it out to get rid of anything that shouldn't be there. And then holding it, I'm gonna do that bias or bevel cut that's on your handout. Okay, onto spirit gum. So with the spirit gum, you don't want to apply spirit gum to the entire area because then it will dry before you get very far. So you're gonna work in stages, you know, applying spirit gum, getting it tacky, doing the hair, and then spirit gum hair. And like with Haley's, since I'm just gonna, do part of it, and then she'll be able to take it off, like it probably won't give the spirit gum enough time to like really dry and adhere, so it'll probably be fairly easy for her to take it off. But usually, you know, after you apply it all and let it dry, like, it's stuck on there.
After
and
it's been on your face for an entire show, it's
Oh, beautiful shade.
So you can't get it off?
well, you
It's
can.
there
It's just a lot
forever.
more pulling.
Yeah, doing pulling, yeah.
It's whatever
Um,
pops up.
It's not as
It hurts
painless.
more.
Yeah.
To get it off, yeah. And I haven't actually, well, because I mean, you could use your spear gum remover.
It won't like tear off your skin though.
Mm-hmm.
It'll get you nice and like exfoliated.
Exfoliated. Maybe it'll just take off the top layer.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'll just shave it then.
Yeah, no. I mean, I went, like, you can maybe take off the outer ones and then use your spear gum remover to get off the rest.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay, so nice and tacky. So with this, I'm going to use the end of this. So I have my bevel cut going that way. I'm going to apply it to her face. So you want to kind of avoid matting down a ton of hair. Like, you just want to try and get the tips on the face.
Just
So much better.
Yeah. And then I'm going to do the next layer up.
This is so cute already.
is she gonna be an int?
Yes.
A mint?
Ent.
Oh, an ant.
There we go.
It's like a mint. That would be good.
What are you doing?
Oh. I don't know. I'm doing green. I don't know. We didn't think this through. Once I saw the green facial hair, I decided I would want to do like the guy's facial hair off the Lorax, the tree killer.
Yes!
But Cause he has really cool facial hair.
With the never
I'm
mind.
the
One
one,
slur?
I speak for the
The one slur?
The one slur.
One slur.
One slur.
That's
Oh,
it.
Seen that movie enough times.
But yeah, I just showed it to Ellis the other day and I was like, yeah, he likes it.
Yeah, Rohan's rather addicted.
Might put a little more.
So you started at the bottom of the tune, you're layering your way up.
Yeah. Yeah, and then if you were going, like if you had facial hair going down this way, you would start here and.
Under down.
So you essentially like work your way in to out, with the exception of a mustache, where you go.
Totally understood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I guess also before I'm applying, I don't know if you've been noticing, but I've been trying to spread out the hair so it's not like a little
Okay.
clump there. So I'll put that one on there.
Just the things.
And then I guess for the topmost layer, I usually do it the opposite way so that it falls over the rest, if that makes sense, so you don't see like the plastered hair. That
Yeah. Oh, like you go, yeah.
Okay.
Made sense in my head.
Okay. So instead of like I've been applying them this way for the last one, I usually apply it that way so that it falls over. And after it's dry, I mean, you can comb it and style it and all of that. So I can like, yeah.
So you'd be able to trim that and.
Oh yeah, so I can like move it down so it's not totally going like.
Oh, okay.
I just don't want to work with it too much right now because it's just gonna rip off. You get sticky fingers, which is annoying. Okay, so I have that section done. So then I would just move over and do like that section. So like the last thing I would do there. Do you want to see me do another section?
Does the mustache have to come off of the face? Like, does it have to have a tail?
Oh, I was like,
Kind of like how the
Leave it on, I don't know.
goatee comes down. Are you expecting the mustache to be?
well, this is where I was saying, like to have it, to choose a close-shaven mustache is not the best
Okay.
idea, just because it doesn't look great with crepe wool. So yeah, so with the mustache, it should, you know, have some length to it. Because it definitely, you know, had people in the past where it basically just looked like hair mushed in glue on their face.
Yeah.
So. Okay. So anyways, so I'm working my way in, And then probably the very top layer, I would do the same thing that I did down there and do it in the opposite direction so you don't see matted ends there. Okay, so I've done all the layering on that side and I'm just doing the top layer that kind of flips over now. Although the bottom layers aren't entirely dry. Okay, so I'll do one more of these and then we'll talk about trimming. Go 1 second, let it dry. Okay, so I'd probably do one more in there. So you have to wait for it to totally dry before you can actually style it. I will try gently, but as you'll see, it's just gonna start to fall off. But once you get it all layered and mapped out, and then it's dry, then you can go back in and like comb it, you know, like wet it if you need to style it, and then with your scissors you can go back in and start to trim it. Gently comb. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not gonna
that's a
comb.
really good point, actually. Would you recommend hairspray?
Yeah.
To like help? Okay, there we go.
That would keep Now what about like gel or wax if you had it?
Like mustache.
Yeah, because the one picture I showed you where it was curled up, like that would have to be done with mustache wax. Something.
Just got steel Jake's.
Styling wax?
And you can also like clip any, so after you've styled it, if there's like crazy strays, you can go ahead and clip those. Actually, I'm just gonna pull it out, 'cause it's not even stuck on there.
mustache, it's great, I'll be a task.
Strong.
You can pull
I'll
off
go
half
get him.
mustache.
You're right.
What?
She looks like President Snow. She looks like President Snow mustache.
Like, okay, I can't comb it, it's just falling out, but yeah, so you know, style it to get it exactly where you want it, so then you can figure out exactly the length of it. But layering wise, like there's enough layers in there to make it full, so that way if I cut some, it's not gonna look like a skimpy little mustache. No, that's not dry either.
Oh.
So do you know how long it takes, like, spare foam to dry?
I don't have a time
Blow
on
dryer?
it. Yeah, you can use a blow dryer. I mean, basically by the time you do all of it, like where you started should hopefully be dry. Yeah, if not, you know, you can use a blow dryer to speed it up, but I'm just cautioning you because you want to make sure that it is dry before you start cutting or styling in any way. Because if you've just spent like, 45 minutes or more layering it, you don't want to just be like and ruin it. So